Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, February 7th, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Here's a fun fact to start your day. 267 is an area code for numbers in and around the city of Philadelphia. And I know this because one of the guys who works for me on the show is from Philly. Here's another fun fact. 267 is the exact number that Jon Delarosa saw when he stepped onto the scale Monday morning. He's only a few weeks into his prep, and John's starting to look more dangerous by the day. We've been watching him for months now, and I want to say we saw this one coming. John's going to be a force to be reckoned with this year, and what we're seeing now is only the beginning. You know, you'd think that having a top 3 finish at the Arnold on your resume would be enough to generate some buzz for you heading into one of the biggest showdowns of the last 10 years. But that hasn't been the case so far for Maxx Charles. If you haven't been following his progress for the last few months, Max is looking a whole lot like the old Max again. And when I say that, I mean he looks like the world beater we saw a few years ago. We've seen a 100% Maxx Charles be as good as anyone in the business before. And I think if he can get back to being that guy again, a top 6 finish isn't out of the question. I'm far from a career counselor, but I do get a lot of emails from people asking for advice. And if someone wrote in and said, "Hey Dave, I have one good eye right now, what's the best career move for me?" Well, my immediate reaction might be to say, sniper. But since Ashley Kaltwasser already has 3 Olympia titles, my professional opinion is that she should probably just stick to what she knows. I'm kidding about the sniper thing, but not about Ashley Kaltwasser. She had eye surgery this week, and it looks like she'll be on the mend for a few weeks. But according to Ashley, she will be okay, and her vision issues should be corrected in a few weeks. So for now, she can put the sniper career on the back burner. And if she happens to win another major title during the 2020 season, and her vision finally does come to fruition, she'll be able to reflect on these times as the moments when she never lost focus. And finally, I want to close out today's show by wishing a melancholy happy trails to Scott Milne. Tragically, Scott passed away this week at 46 years young of a hemorrhagic stroke. To fans in the bodybuilding world, Scott was known as the Canadian Moose. But to his family's friends and anyone who was fortunate enough to meet Scott during his short time with us, he was mostly known as a gentle giant. Since the news of his passing, there's been a huge outpouring of support from the bodybuilding community at large to mourn the loss of a life lost too young. And to me, this speaks to how beloved he was during his time with us. So from us here at RX Muscle and Muscle in the Morning, I want to send my prayers, thoughts, and condolences to Scott's family and friends as they mourn his loss and celebrate his life. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.